trout fishermen I know really enjoy two things about getting outside in Pennsylvania. One, the beautiful natural scenery, and two, the thrill and the pure excitement of catching a trout on the end of your line. Now we know that trout live on worms, insects, amphibians, and other small fish, but I don't have to worry about that so much because today I'm doing my passion, and that's spinner fishing for trout. All I have to do is put on my vest, my boots, grab my rod, and hit the streams. If you're new to a trout stream, you might want to check the water temperature, because water temperature is one of the most important factors in trout fishing. A temperature between 42 and 72 is typically pretty good trout fishing, with the optimum temperature being right about 60 degrees. Now the other thing that really affects trout fishing is the alkalinity of the water. We have a lot of problems in some places in Pennsylvania with acid mine drainage, which really acidifies the water. So a pH of about 7.0 is perfect for trout fishing. It really helps the trout feed and brings up the aquatic life in the stream. Trout find their food. They do it in three basic ways. First, they use their sight. They can see other fish, they can see flies on the surface of the water, and that attracts them to their prey. Second, they can use their sense of smell, and bait fishermen use this primarily. They can smell a worm, they can smell another fish in the water. Third, they use vibration. They can feel other fish moving through the water, they can feel the vibration, and they can feel a fly on the surface, they can feel a worm squirming through the water. And that's one of the primary ways that spinner fishing attracts trout. The great thing about a spinner is you can fish with this all year long. Trout will come after it all year, and they're attracted to this blade, which rotates around the main wire, and then they're also attracted to the flash of the spinner. And what that allows me to do is run that right by the fish, see if he's interested. I'll make 2 or 3 casts. They get tired of it very quickly, so then I'll move on and try and find the next biting trout. So I'm always hiking and moving upstream. And one of the most important things in trout fishing is to make sure that the fish is secure, or else it won't bite. If it feels threatened in any way, there's no way it's going to feed. So I want to approach every hole with stealth. The fish can feel me coming, and the fish can see me coming. So I want to stay low, I want to stay behind some brush, and I want to make as little noise as possible and cast upstream to that unsuspecting fish. And if I'm lucky, he'll follow that out and he'll take that spinner right out in front of me. I didn't get one that time, but I'll move up a little closer, maybe get down on one knee, behind some brush, cast upstream, and pull that right down next to that unsuspecting fish. The next thing a fisherman needs to know is how to read the water and find where the trout live. Trout tend to stay in the deepest parts of the water, and they tend to stay any place there's an overhanging branch or some kind of obstruction that will keep predators away from them. So I'm going to try and put a cast back there. Nice cast. Let it sink a little bit. Oh, almost got one. And pull it right back across the deep water. Let it drift nice and slow. And always keep the spinner moving. I'm going to move up a little closer, try and put another cast back out there. Good. Now I want to get it down to the fish so the fish doesn't have very far to go in order to get to the lure. Now I'm going to move up a little closer. I'm going to make another cast all the way across the stream, try and get it right underneath those branches. Beautiful. Let it sink down a little bit. Oh, there he is. All right. All right, look at that. Woo! Beautiful. All right. This looks like a nice brown trout here. Come on over here, buddy. All right. Look at this. I'll try and keep him in the water. That's a nice fat brown trout. He's probably about 13, 14 inches. Let's try and slide the hook right off him there. All right, look at that fish. That is beautiful. I'm going to keep him down here in the water. Let him get his strength back. There he goes already. All right, beautiful. I love it. That's the way to do it. All right, so one of the other places that trout live is right along and underneath any obstruction in the water, like a log or a rock that's either submerged or sticking out of the water. And what I'm going to do is put a cast straight down that log and try and retrieve it right along that log. And that way, that trout only has a little way to go to get to it. I'm going to hold that right alongside that log, try and retrieve it right alongside that log as far as I can. And sometimes you'll get a trout to just pop his head out there and grab it with one quick motion. All right. Come on, little buddy. Ah, Now this is the thrill and excitement of being outside, let me tell you. There's a beautiful rainbow trout. Put him back in the water. There you go, buddy. He's off to fight another day. I just love that. I could do that all day long. Whew, let's go get another one.